It's wild because, like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff.
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter.
Think about what he had to say about you when he said you're way better than Floyd Money Mayweather. I know you heard that he said that. What thoughts came to your mind when you heard that Canelo Alvarez said that about you?
Hey, that's a big compliment. He's been in the ring with both of us, so he would know, from.
Great fifth round, and Terence Crawford knew he had to make a stand in this sixth round. That shot got Canelo's attention as Crawford's back was against the ropes. It's a good shot from Crawford, and that shot and that exchange allowed him.
Can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence Bud Crawford, if you can?
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
And the fact that his coach said that, he felt like I couldn't hurt Canelo with anything, and Canelo can hurt me with everything. So I think, they put that in his head, and then when he got in there, he was like, whoa, they lied to me. This dude can punch.
The thing about Crawford that people have to understand, it's wild, because, like, if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time. That makes a difference to people.
Let me ask you this. Again, also talking about Floyd. He didn't start fighting real fighters, in my opinion, until he left Top Rank.
Okay.
Also. Like, I feel like Top Rank.
You can say the same thing about Oscar.
Yeah. I feel like, promotionals are hold a lot of fighters back. Terence Crawford was also a top-ranked fighter.
When you listen to Terence Bud Crawford these days, you hear a man speaking with the weight of history behind him. In a recent interview, he stated with calm conviction that Floyd Mayweather's era has ended. "This is my era now," Crawford declared, making it clear that the spotlight belongs to him as boxing's present face. It didn't sound boastful, it sounded like the confidence of a champion who climbed divisions, embraced challenges, and never faltered under pressure. Yet Mayweather's name always lingers in the conversation. Floyd has reminded fans that he outclassed Canelo Alvarez when he was older than Canelo is today. To him, that victory remains proof that his skill and experience were unmatched. "Canelo is a hell of a fighter. I was older than Canelo is when I beat Canelo," Mayweather noted, framing his win as a greater feat than Crawford's triumph over the Mexican star. Analysts have been quick to dissect the comparison. Some insist Crawford can't eclipse Mayweather without equaling his flawless 50-0 record. They argue Bud must step into uncharted waters, like facing a dangerous, bigger man such as David Benavidez to surpass Floyd. If Bud Crawford beats David Benavidez, he would surpass Floyd Mayweather on the all-time list, one expert claimed. Others, including trainer Robert Garcia, push back. In their view, Crawford has already proven his greatness and shouldn't jeopardize his unbeaten record against naturally larger opponents. Jeff Mayweather offered a more cautious perspective, noting that while Crawford outboxed Canelo impressively, the version he fought wasn't the same young lion Floyd had faced. "Crawford just didn't get hit as much as Canelo did," Jeff explained, praising Bud's defense but warning against inflating the victory beyond its context.
The art of knowing when to fight somebody and when not to fight somebody. I mean, that he's the best in that game. He's the best in, making money and making all the, the huge fights happen. But why? Because he was timing every single one of them. He never fought nobody really in their prime. He always
after junior lightweight. Junior lightweight, he did.
100%.
So we all wanted to say.
He changed the game in the worst way possible. You're right. Everybody's trying to protect their own. I had to break that right with Tank. I made sure we.
You broke that.
Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually, he moved in weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather's really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger.
Versus Mike Tyson, it's been signed for under Mayweather Promotions and Mike Tyson Promotions for 2020-26. Worldwide broadcast. Special exhibition. Who the hell would have thought we would be getting this?
Well, I look at it in a situation like this. I mean, they compared me to a Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, I'm talking about as far as skills. You know, as far as my skills, and I feel I'm on the level of a Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, and I feel that he's not on the level of a Roberto Duran, so he's not gonna be able to handle it at all. You can mark my word.
Roy Jones Jr. took a sharper tone, questioning Floyd's entire resume. Aside from Canelo, he argued, Mayweather rarely fought the very best at their absolute peak. Who did Floyd fight that was on his level when he fought? Jones asked, suggesting that many of Floyd's biggest wins came against names past their prime. To him, the greatest ever label doesn't hold under scrutiny. The debate often splits between fame and skill. Floyd's global appeal and pay-per-view dominance are undeniable, but many analysts suggest Crawford's raw versatility switching stances effortlessly, punching with equal power from both hands, and cutting off the ring gives him an edge Mayweather never displayed. In fantasy matchups, more than a few favor Crawford to win head-to-head, citing his reach, size, and tactical intelligence. Former champions have added weight to the argument. Shane Mosley pointed out that Crawford's physical tools make him a tougher puzzle. Crawford is better all around. Bigger, longer arms, harder to counter, Mosley said, though he still respected Mayweather's brilliance. Jeff Mayweather countered that Floyd's win over a younger Canelo, while past his own prime, remains a benchmark Crawford cannot overshadow. Trainers have chimed in too. Greg Hackett praised Crawford's dismantling of Canelo as career-defining, but stressed that it doesn't erase Floyd's legacy.
Maybe planning on vacating the belts?
No, we ain't gonna vacate the belts. You know, we just gonna sit where we need to sit for a minute, and then, just like I said, get back in the gym and do.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going out that much.
Yeah.
His own experience. You know, a lot of people, they can say this, they can say that, but there's only, you know, a few people that can say they've been in the ring with Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather and give their own assumption.
The Fighting Pride of Omaha, Nebraska, USA, and new Ring Magazine, an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Terence Crawford.
Sean Porter called the performance proof of Bud's adaptability and greatness. Their voices, whether cautious or celebratory, highlight how profoundly Crawford's victory reshaped the sport's narrative. Through all of it, Crawford remains grounded. He respects Mayweather's legacy but draws the line clearly. Every era has its king, and Floyd's time has passed. This is my era, Crawford repeats, not to tear Floyd down, but to plant his own flag firmly in boxing's present. And his history is already written. As the first male fighter to become undisputed champion in 3 weight classes, Crawford etched his name permanently in boxing's record books. His victory over Canelo was the defining stroke, cementing him not only as the fighter of this era, but as one of the sport's all-time greats. Whether Crawford risks it against Benavidez or retires now, his place is secure. And while Mayweather's perfect record will always stand, The feeling remains that the torch has been passed. This is Crawford's time, and the sport belongs to him.